Friends, welcome back to Human Reaction. I don't believe it. I'm not sure you'll believe it either, but somehow the guy that wrote Because I Got High, Afroman, has just been coronated as a free speech icon in this country, and the story is truly insane. I didn't know really almost anything about it until today, when all of a sudden it took over my X feed, and all I saw was Afroman in a red, white, and blue suit, marching through the streets, celebrating winning his court case.
Just looking awesome.
It's a hell of a get up. I can say whoever is making that right now is probably going to make a killing, because that's a good look.
Is it not a custom suit? There's no way is that.
I have to imagine it's probably custom, but
we got to show the viewers here.
Well, we're gonna get to see him in it. That's for sure.
I was just gonna bring this up. Like,
look
at that thing.
Look at that man right there.
Damn.
That
America.
That is America. And in true Afroman fashion, that afro is just fire.
Yeah. He's got a lit afro.
He is. Okay, so everybody remembers Afroman. Maybe not our Gen Z audience. You guys might be a little young, but I'm sure you've heard the song, or many songs, of course.
He's Afro-maxing. He's been Afro-maxing since 2006.
He was Afro-maxing before you even put maxing on the end of everything. Yeah. Okay, so this case is kind of wild, and it goes back a few years to just lay the groundwork here, because I didn't know anything about this. In 2022, Afroman's home in Winchester, Ohio, was raided by sheriff's deputies on a tip from a confidential informant that alleged there would be narcotics, that he was engaging in trafficking, potentially even kidnapping.
Whoa.
Mind you, all of this on a confidential informant, so we don't know who said it or what their motivations might have been. But a search warrant was issued, and sheriff's deputies did then raid his home when he was not there.
Was his room clean?
You know, I think it might not have been because he got high. He's
got a gnome for not cleaning his room.
Yeah. He'd never actually got up and found the broom, as it turns out. Anyway. Nice one, Dave.
Yeah, thank you. So, color commentary on this one, folks. I don't know what's going on.
Colorblind commentary on this one, folks. That one's for the long-time listeners. Okay, so the deputies raid his home. They break down his front gate, which is like an automatic gate. They break down his front door. They bust into the home, rifles drawn. They search the entire home very thoroughly, closets, shoes, his suit. You know, they're like getting into pockets and all this stuff, rifling through everything. They seized $5,000 in cash, which I did find out by watching through some of the testimonies in the court case was from money that he made playing Red Rocks with like Wiz Khalifa. And I forget who else, but anyways, they took this cash. They found absolutely no drugs. No kidnapping victims locked in the basement. No evidence of any crimes actually at all to be found.
Oh man,
perfectly innocent. But they destroyed some property in the process. The entire event, fortunately for everyone, and the reason we're even talking about this is because all of the events that transpired on his property were captured by an array of closed circuit security cameras that he had set up around his property. So after this injustice, feeling very wronged by the sheriff's department of the county in which he lived, he spent the next year turning this security footage into an array, a beautiful catalog of hilarious and brutally derisive videos targeted at these deputies that raided his home.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to play some of them.
Okay, before we do that, though, can I make a couple notes?
Please.
So a couple policy stuff here.
Sure.
To nerd out about real quick.
All right.
Confidential informants have a reputation for being unreliable for a bunch of reasons. And part of it is sometimes they are compensated for their informing.
By whom?
By the police.
Well, that seems like quite a conflict of interest.
It can happen. And so according to the Innocence Project, about 15% of their DNA exonerations from and the most important stuff is trials that happened before DNA technology and then were retrialed afterwards. 15% were confidential informants based.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and next to that, the $5,000. Do you know if that was taken by the police? Like, did they confiscate it?
It was confiscated.
Yeah. So that's another. What do they call that? Where they take. Man, I'm forgetting it right now.
Is it civil asset forfeiture?
Civil asset forfeiture.
Yeah.
Having cash is, in some states, evidence of a crime. Just possessing it. So they can confiscate it and then keep it as long as you can prove that it wasn't a crime. So you have to prove the negative of it not being a crime to have it.
Guilty until proven innocent.
So did they take that on civil asset forfeiture?
I don't know under what, rule they took it, but they did take it into their possession. And he did end up getting it back, which is good.
Yeah, well,
but
he has the money to pay for the lawyers for that. But that's what captures most people. Most people don't have the money to go after it.
Right.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah,
cool.
Totally.
All right, let's get into the fun stuff.
No, totally. So
enough policy.
Yeah. Yeah, David, enough with the nerd talk. This is the white pill.
This is the fun one. We're having fun over here.
Yeah. Okay. So Afroman takes the security footage and he starts doing what he does, writing songs and being an entertainer and a bit of a comic, and it frames this whole thing as his means of recovering the damages that were done to his property.
Right.
Right. Okay. So the first one we've got is, will you help me repair my front door?
Will you help me repair my gate? Will you help me repair my door? Did you find what you was looking for? Will you help me repair my gate and door?
How many views does this have?
This one has 9.6 million.
Holy.
All right.
9.9. It got up at 300,000 a day.
As I was watching these, preparing for this podcast, the view counts were skyrocketing. So I'm not surprised that 300,000 people have watched it since this morning.
And the whole way through, it's just the surveillance footage of them going through his house.
It's literally all the footage.
And wrecking his shit.
Yes. And the one you sort of heard it alluded to there, the centerpiece, the delicious centerpiece of this whole story is that when the cops break in, there's a particularly rotund deputy, gun drawn, walking through the kitchen.
This guy right here.
Glances down. You can see there in the video a covered cake platter containing some lemon pound cake. Okay.
You see the bottom right there. You can see it.
And we're gonna get it in the next clip. You're gonna see it in the very next clip if you want to jump to that video. Yeah. This video had, when I looked, 3.8 million views. It's currently got
4.3.
4.3. So this is the smash hit, the viral TikTok sensation, lemon pound cake.
The Adams County Sheriff kicked down my door. Then I heard the glass break. They found no kidnapping victims, just some lemon pound cake. Mama's
look at him,
lemon pound cake. It tastes so nice. It made the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slice.
Look around.
Lemon pound cake. He wanna put down his Glock. Lemon pound cake. Trending on TikTok. Lemon pound cake. He's a family guy. Lemon pound cake. Got the munchies because he got high. Lemon pound cake. Pound cake.
That's good. That's good.
Oh yeah, does he actually eat the pound cake?
He does not eat the cake.
But he just looks at it and he just.
But he glances at it,
He
and
does.
that is all he had to do, given his stature.
They have two angles. They have this angle too. Like.
He goes back and forth a couple times. Like, you can tell he's circling.
Tempted by that pound cake.
There's some civil asset forfeiture running through his mind, and the cake is going to be the subject.
Looks deliciously criminal.
Yes, yes. Okay, so this is one, the second one, I should say. The third one we're not actually going to play, but there was a lady deputy that was a part of this raid. Her name was Lisa Phillips, and he wrote a song about her called Lick 'em Low, Lisa. basically insinuating that she is a voracious lesbian. And the video is not extremely, but just lewd enough that we're not going to play it for the sake of the viewers. But it is on YouTube, and I'm sure it's got millions and millions of views.
Wow.
Yeah, it's also 13 minutes long, so devastatingly long.
Detailed.
Yes. And another song we're not going to play, but we will get to this a little bit later. Afroman claims that he is banging one of the officers' wives. So, like, literally going after these people, like, personally and really aggressively. All right.
In music.
Yes.
So it's covered by the First Amendment.
You would think.
This is art. You can't go after him for making art.
You would think. Yes. So, fast forward a year, after a year of just making smash hits at these officers' expense, 2023, he sues the Adams County Sheriff's Office in Ohio for excessive force, property damage, civil rights violations, and in response, the 7 deputies that were a part of this raid sued him back for defamation from the songs. Not just defamation, invasion of privacy, intentional infliction of emotional distress, unauthorized use of their likeness in video, social media, and merchandise.
Unauthorized use. You went into his home. The video is you in his house.
I know.
Is by definition authorized.
Right, exactly. Invasion of privacy. No, let's just weigh this one out. Right. Okay, so they were seeking $4 million in damages, claiming humiliation, ridicule, harassment, and reputational harm. And I think all 4 are probably true, to be fair. And the songs were brutal, so I can totally get why they would be feeling a little salty about this. Okay, so before the trial even started, Afroman's claims were dismissed. He was going to get no damages recovered from the property damage that the officers did. But the deputy's suit went forward. Okay. With Afroman claiming that the videos were protected, as you said, under his artistic expression within the First Amendment.
Right.
So the court case happens, and the deputies are testifying regarding their distress and this harassment that they're undergoing. The first one, as we alluded to, we didn't play the video. The deputy from the Banging His Wife song testified something interesting. We'll play that clip for you.
So you're claiming that is the defamation statement is that he said he had sex with your wife?
Yes.
Okay. And that's painted you in a false light?
It's caused tremendous pain in my life.
I'll get to that. We have to go through false light first. So does it paint you in a false light?
Yes, that my wife is cheating on me with Mr. Foreman.
But we all know that's not true, correct?
I don't know.
So he's not sure.
Could be happening.
Could be.
For $4 million, you could say a lot of shit.
Might be. That's a bit awkward.
Wow.
Yeah. For clarification, Mr. Foreman is Afroman. Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So this one was a little spicy. I listened to a little bit more of the testimony. As I said, his daughter is apparently biracial. So kids at her school were making jokes that she must be Afroman's child. That, I mean, honestly, I don't know. I might hang my hat on that. Like, yeah, Afroman's my dad. But I get how that could be traumatizing for a kid.
Doesn't look good.
That's not super cool.
Yeah.
Officer Poundcake, as he became known, and Lick'em Low Lisa were both made to watch their songs in their entirety. Remember Lick'em Low Lisa?
While sitting on the 13 minutes long.
13-minute long.
On the stand.
On the stand.
Watch it.
Yes.
Oh man, we didn't get video of that. I just want to do it in fast forward. Just like those facial expressions. Gotta be something else.
Well, there is a clip out there of Officer Poundcake watching his video. I elected not to play it just for sake of overuse of these things, but he did have one really interesting note from the stand, which is that he has received hundreds of pound cakes delivered to his work. As a result,
that sounds like a benefit.
Video. I know. I'm like, how are you suing for that? That sounds like a perk to me.
We know you like the pound cake, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Although he might be diabetic. I mean,
well,
I don't know. Maybe that's why he didn't actually eat the pound cake.
That's true.
It's like sending poison.
That's true. Yeah, we should not
gluten to a
celiac.
Yeah.
That's true. We don't know what his personal health conditions or history are.
We could suspect.
We could suspect there might be some high blood pressure, perhaps some prediabetes. But hey, I'm not a doctor.
I'm just gonna float it out there. Gout. I'm just gonna go there. I'm just gonna go.
He went there.
I'm just kidding. Just
Yeah.
kidding. All right.
In a slightly less entertaining note, for most not sadistic people, Lisa Phillips, Officer Phillips, did cry on the stand during
Aw.
the playing of her song.
Oh.
I can only imagine that was a bit tough.
That I don't never like to see.
We got to have some empathy
no
for
good.
these people. Like, I can imagine, like, having your whole life forced into the public light, it's got to suck.
And also they're just doing their job. Like it doesn't necessarily these specific police officers who had the confidential informant who said that this was a thing, who then had to go to a DA or someone like that who was like, this confidential informant's giving us something to go prosecute a case against Afroman.
Right. Yeah. And I know there's a lot of contention around the just doing my job, statement and cops and the way they behave and kind of abuse our rights and things like that.
But even the best cops are just doing their job when they got to go do the thing they don't want to do. You have a job. You don't like everything you do at your job. That's true for police officers too.
It is. Yeah. It is. Yeah. Okay, so then Afroman took the stand and had a really compelling statement, and I think this was the beginning of his rise as a figure within the First Amendment movement.
And the more lies, outrageous lies you tell about them, the more money you can make, right?
Fact, they never should have came to my house in the first place. Fact, if they hadn't have came to my house, they wouldn't have put themselves on the video camera and in my music career. All of this is their fact. All of this is their fault, and they have the audacity to sue me. These people and you are the predators and the victim at the same time.
So what they did, searching your house, gave you the right to do everything you've
Under
done.
the circumstance that I got freedom of speech, after they run around my house with guns and kick down my door, I got the right to kick a can in my backyard, use my freedom of speech, turn my bad times into a good time. Yes, I do. And I think I'm a sport for doing so, because I don't go to their house, kick down their doors, flip them off on their surveillance cameras, then try to play the victim and sue them.
Ooh, that was a strong statement, man.
Well said.
Oof.
Yeah,
I'm a free man.
that's right.
Damn, Afroman.
That's right.
He's a free speech icon.
He's
feel you
a
now.
stud, isn't he?
I didn't know where this was going to go here, but that was like kind of stirring.
It's kind
That
of
was awesome.
It's kind of fucking based. Isn't
Awesome,
it?
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the verdict comes down just a couple of days ago. But days before, Afroman drops another banger, as you would expect.
Going through
at
the
this
end
point.
of his defamation trial, he's doubling down. Attaboy.
Here we go.
I love it.
Mine eyes seen the corruption of the Adam County cops, stealing money, stealing cake. When they make they traffic stops, first they screw you, then they sue you, play games and dismiss your claims. The proof's on the internet. Afroman will bring it to ya. Afroman is gonna do ya. Afroman is gonna screw ya. My proof's on the internet. Mine eyes have seen informants get busted with felonies. Tell the cops I'm a kidnapper and I sell a lot of keys. Raid my house and then get pissed, 'cause the dungeon don't exist. My proof's on the internet.
That's awesome.
And that goes on. Just stellar work, if you ask me.
That was awesome.
The guy really knows how to play to the moment.
Yeah,
I gotta
right?
say, like, to take advantage of this in this way, props to him. And you know what? I think he deserves all the money that he's made off of this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, especially just the practice of just going balls out like that when it's the fact that it's so far from what the accusation was. Like, it wasn't like, oh, it was only a small degree off. It was completely wrong.
Yeah.
Right. And then he isn't compensated for the damage to his properties. So then he pursues his music career using it to compensate himself.
Totally.
That seems completely reasonable in a free society.
100%. And I think, I don't know what Afroman's personal financial situation is either, but I think people may have a misconception generally about how well off past music stars are. I mean, Afroman had a very successful career. He had some hits, but he doesn't have a catalog like Michael Jackson or Taylor Swift. You know, like he's probably doing okay. He's got his property and you know, whatever, and he's still doing some shows. But if he got paid $5,000 to do Red Rocks, like, I mean, that's a good gig, but that's not like an astronomical. That's not a Taylor Swift concert,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Like, dude's not like rich, like some of them are. So yeah, of course, he's gonna go out there and do his thing and try to make some money, and like he said, turn his bad times into a good time. And I respect him for doing that. Okay. So to the punchline, on March 18th, that's yesterday as the recording of this podcast, the jury ruled in favor of Afroman on all 13 counts.
Nice.
No liability, no damages awarded to any of the deputies. And this was Afroman's response.
Yeah, we did it, America. Yeah, we did it. Freedom of speech. Right on. Yeah, God bless America. Yeah, power to the people. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I love this lady behind him, just like, wow, just love it.
Just some Midwest, like, grandma, like, yeah,
I love Afroman.
I got high this morning. Oh, man.
Man, that's great.
So
that kind of pumped me up. Yeah.
I
you know?
It's
That's
like
so great.
In a world of so much darkness right now, you know, we just did an episode on the war in Iran, and now it's probably not going to end anytime soon. Like, this is such a refreshing white pill moment that I felt like we just had to cover it.
I love it. Do more of these, please.
Yeah.
I'll be the doomer. You be the glow up, you know, the bright side.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Black pill versus white pill.
There you go.
Yeah. Spy versus spy. Zoomers aren't going to get that one.
Oh, no, that's way too old.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, what do you guys think? I mean, I want to hear from the audience. Was Afroman justified in doing what he did, even though it probably did cause some emotional pain and suffering from these deputies? Maybe they didn't deserve all of it. What do you think? Was he justified in doing all of this?
Yeah, you got to be an adult about these sorts of things, especially when you're a police officer. You have to have a very high tolerance for these sorts of things. This is the cost of the privileges you get as a police officer and so many other dimensions that are, you know, that you get to be the one who you justifiably uses force. And although that is also a burden, it comes with a certain social responsibility that the system should protect against the kind of abuses of damages of property through just compensation. Do you think if Afroman had been compensated by the county government for the damages of property, that he would have quite the same amount of fervor to make these videos and do these sorts of things? Beyond that, you still, even if you're monetarily compensated, still have a right to tell your story. And that's what he's ultimately doing. He's also poking fun at the police officers and stuff.
For sure.
But poking fun is part of being in a free society. I get called a talking thumb on a regular basis.
No, you don't. Really?
It's happened many times, yeah. Or various other, I look like this person or that person or whatever.
Yeah, I've done that
poor man's Joe Rogan or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Those sorts of things. It just comes with being public, and police officers are a public job. So that's just what it is.
Yeah. Look, if it makes you feel any better, I couldn't go to a ski resort in my teens without being called Sean White for years and years. Yeah.
To be called a pro athlete must have been a heck of a burden for you.
Well, I mean, I wasn't quite as good as he was. So every time I'd like fall down hitting like the tiniest kicker in the terrain park, I'd be like, yeah, not Sean White.
So what skids by, good job, Sean White.
You suck, Sean White. What precedent would it have set if he didn't win this case?
Oh man. Yeah, so erosion to the First Amendment is a delicate thing. It's been impressive how long we've been able to keep it in so many ways too. You look at the whole scope of human, existence, and it is a uniquely American thing. And the fact that we're still defending it is probably the biggest part of the white pill, is that the system worked. I mean, it failed in some of this criminal justice way, but it worked here, at least here.
Yeah.
God damn, that's a good thing.
It is.
At least protecting art.
Mm-hmm.
At least protecting the comedy. You know, because that's comedy music, right? Like, totally. He knows that it's meant to be funny.
Yeah.
And Then I Got High is a funny song. Like, that's what it's there for. It's meant to make you laugh and to have a good time. And I love that about it. Yeah.
Well, the funny thing about Because I Got High, actually, is it pokes fun at stoners.
Yeah.
But it is probably most beloved by stoners also.
Right,
so it's like, it just like reflects that whole idea of like, you have to be willing to make fun of yourself to a certain degree.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, maybe someday, and hopefully someday, these officers will be able to look back on this chapter in their lives and chuckle. You know, Officer Poundcake, maybe he gets on a GLP-1, he loses 80 pounds, and he's like, not Mr. Poundcake anymore, am I, bitch?
You never know. Some good teasing of an overweight person, especially men. A pretty common way to lose some weight. So,
That's true. Yeah. Maybe this is going to save his life.
Maybe he could have got type 1 diabetes, but now he turns it all around. Gets on Ozempic, throws it on the other gear.
Not a doctor. Not necessarily saying everyone who's a little overweight should use Ozempic. In fact,
that guy's a little bit more overweight. He's
yeah, borderline morbidly obese. But you know what? I am not here to judge. Does Afroman's win meaningfully empower the people to hold law enforcement accountable for excessive actions?
Well, in many ways, not. There is a lot of protections that we give police officers for, going too far. In a lot of states, I'm very skeptical of those sorts of things. I think power is best exercised when it has mutual accountability to the regular free people, given all of the privileges that officers have. That said, it's an encouraging moment for people to be able to check power with humor, especially, like we said, in kind of like this kind of depressing moment we're in.
Yeah. For sure. Well, now would be probably a really good time for Afroman to drop a new record, I would say, because I don't think his profile's been this high since early 2000s when Because I Got High came out. Yeah. So here's hoping. Another Afroman record.
Let's go.
Pretty awesome.
Revive American culture. Let's go, Afroman. It's on you now, buddy.
That's right. You're leading the charge on our behalf. We appreciate you for bringing this white pill to us today. Any final thoughts, David, before we wrap it up?
That was a great time. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching,
short and sweet. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this has brightened your day just a little bit. We're going to try to do a little more of that to complement, to offset the darkness of the world.
100%.
Yeah. For David Rand, I'm Joe Sheehan. We appreciate you for watching. Jump into the Discord below if you want to continue the conversation. Links in the description. Thanks for tuning in to Human Reaction. Help us fight internet censorship by liking, commenting, subscribing, following, and sharing the show with your friends. To find us around the internet, visit linktree.com/humanreactionpod. And remember,